You will never hear her say I love you kind of thing. She's not that kind of.
We'll make her say I love you by the end of the episode today. Aww. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Sanity Check. That's right, you heard it right. It's infused with Sanity and SANA, which is Singapore Anti-Narcotics Association. This space is about real conversations, holding space and healing, and reminding each other that it's okay not to be okay as long as we keep checking in. So wherever you are in your journey, I just want to say you're amazing. In my second year of recovery from drug abuse, I am actually very active with SANA, and I'm so happy to be around them today. If you followed us since episode 1, this episode is really just a safe space where we can talk honestly and openly about drug abuse, healing process, and everything that comes with recovery. And today I'm not alone. I have a co-host.
Hey guys, so I'm Christina. So I work at SANA and I'm actually one of the co-producers of this series. So yeah, so you know Fauzi, in my line of work in SANA, right?
Yeah.
You know, I meet and work with persons in recovery on a day-to-day basis, right? And you know, they tell me their struggles, you know, they tell me their lived experiences, and I empathize so much because, like, as someone who has had their loved ones fall victim to the cycle of drug abuse, so, and sometimes they don't even notice that they're in that cycle, right? And then I've seen them through incarceration, and like what I realize is a lot of the time people don't really talk about the impact drug abuse has externally, right? Because usually the focus is on the person struggling, right? So that's actually the reason why we're doing this episode today. It's to actually shed light on the impact drug abuse has, not only on the abuser, but also the people around them.
That is 100% true, especially for me with my family and everything. They've been a true support, and I'll share a little bit more later. In this episode, we talk about support in persons in recovery. When we talk about support, it's a huge spectrum, right? Ranging from, you know, financial, physical, emotional, and even your mental well-being. I think that's one of the huge parts of recovery, which brings me to share those times when I was really struggling with drugs. I felt very isolated. I thought I was keeping my family like safe. I only kept to myself. They didn't know I was actually abusing substances. But actually I was like hiding from them most of the time. Like even though I would turn up for my family meetings, I would sometimes excuse myself a little bit earlier, but to go and, you know, abuse substances. Looking back, I was really struggling, to be honest, and I was just suffering on my own. I didn't realize the importance of the support of family, actually. And the support from your inner circle, like your family, has always supposed to be, you know, this wholesome space. And it has shown during my recovery right now, and it is so amazing. It's been such a fulfilling journey, to be honest. Yeah,
I totally hear you. You know, like oftentimes, like I mentioned, we don't talk about the impact drug abuse has. The impact is so huge that it's within the community, it's really not talked enough about lah. And actually, we have two very beautiful women in front of us today to talk about this topic lah. So so in the studio with us today, we have a mother who spent a year incarcerated, and her eldest daughter who became the pillar of strength for her family during that time. So let's welcome Darling and Bella.
Hello. A round of applause.
Okay, hi. I'm Darling. Okay, I'm currently a peer leader with SANA, and I'm a housewife. Okay, so I think I'll share a little bit more about myself later.
Okay.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Bella, and I'm just the eldest of 5.
5
Yeah.
Wow. Say, me too. I'm the eldest of 5.
Yay!
Yeah. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
actually.
I can imagine.
A lot.
As the youngest person, I cannot relate so I only depend on my brother most of the time. So
Thanks for being here with us. Really appreciate it. I just have a question. Darling, where do you get your name from?
Okay, Actually, I got this name from my younger brother, the fifth one. So he gave me this name. It's actually from a song, Shaggy. The title Angel, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the lyrics were
sing.
Okay.
yeah, so basically it's Darling Angel, but it's a bit too long lah.
I see,
So
I see.
they just called me Darling because I was there throughout his incarceration.
Wow, that's a very beautiful name. Thank you so much for sharing. So I can call you darling lah.
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure.
darling. Oh, darling. Could you share with us your first point of contact with the drug?
Okay, I started off when I was 14 years old in secondary 2. Okay, as it is, I come from a broken family. I grew up with my mom and a stepfather. So my relationship with my stepfather is not that good lah, you know. And also at home I have to take up the responsibilities of looking after my younger siblings, you know, taking care of home. So my mother is busy working. So I also feel like I feel so unloved lah, unappreciated. Like even when we are at home together, I mean there's no communications. We don't do dinners, family dinners or stuff like that. I don't remember like we will go out as a family, you know. Maybe there is, but few which I really cannot remember. Yeah, so to fill up all that voids, I started to, you know, hang out with this group of boys lah, which I know at school. Then I always saw them hanging out at this shop after school. So I was curious lah. So I asked them what are they doing down there, you know. So they after that they told me, they said if I want to know, you know, like come and, you know, see
They
lah.
lure you in.
Yeah, they lure me. So I go lah. I go then when I reached there, I saw them actually they were doing some things lah apart than gambling all that. Then I saw them smoking lah. I thought it's like not a normal cigarette, you know, because I look at the thing was different, and then there's like smells. So I asked them what are they doing. So then after that is where they told me, they say, if you want to know, you try lah, you know. So this thing, so because you always says that you are not happy at home, and so this thing can make you happy, can make you forget your problems. So that is why I took my first puff, and of course they taught me how to took it, you know. So after that I feel a little good about that because I feel like, oh, my body is a bit flying. So that is where I actually get to know that thing is actually marijuana, is weed lah, ganja.
It's interesting that they created like a sort of a illusion safe space to
yes.
tell you that, hey, this is a safe space for you to try this.
You're
You'll
having
feel
problems
relaxed.
at home. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, join us.
Yeah.
So is that the only thing that you were introduced after?
Okay, during that my teenage years lah, actually I'm more to weed lah, more to ganja. Then after that, slowly lah, when I grew a little in the age, right? So I turned to meth lah, because during that point of time, my social circles all was taking meth, and I think it was like the in thing stuff.
How old were you then? 20 plus?
I was like about 20 plus.
It's like just 2 years ago, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to belanja you nasi lemak.
Later.
Actually, how young are you now?
I'm 51 this year.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
still looks young.
Oh, thank you. And I do nasi lemak for you.
Oh.
2 nasi lemak today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, let's go.
Share with me. Share with me.
Then after that, as you grew older, you were introduced. What happened after that?
Okay, so actually throughout my using of drugs, right, I am more to ganja and meth. Only these two, because I don't like the rest. You know. So it's most of these two lah. But after that, I stick to meth. Yeah, I stick to meth. Then at the age of late 30s, is where I get caught lah. That was in 2011 after more than 20 years of using drugs. Yeah.
Don't mind me asking, what made you switch from, weed to meth?
Because of the social circles, okay, the friends also, and then at the same time also, same thing lah. I think I was like so-called curious lah. Just want to try to see whether which one is better. Which one is good. Because after taking one drugs for a long time, sometimes you feel that there's no more kick in it. So you want to try something, especially when there's something new in the market.
Yeah. It's quite dangerous, you see. When I was struggling with substance abuse as well, you became daring, number one. And then you just wanted to try everything because you already tried one, right? So I was just trying everything and anything I think what we were trying to do was to numb the pain.
Correct.
Yeah, somehow. It's crazy.
Darling, sorry, you mentioned you had 5 kids, right? Bella is older.
Yes, correct.
Wow. So you mentioned, so you was until you were in your 30s, until you got caught, you were abusing drugs, right? So feeling that role of a mother, but at the same time, di sebaliknya, or like behind closed doors.
Behind the closed doors. Yeah.
Behind closed doors, you were fueling this demon of addiction. Sorry, you were fueling this beast of an addiction.
This inner demon.
Yeah,
right?
this inner demon that you were fueling. Like, how did you see yourself, doing both?
On the other hand, actually, I want to nurture. I want to protect my children, But on the other hand, also that I'm struggling with this drug abuse. I mean, like abusing the drugs. It's, how do I say that? I don't know how to explain it, but it's a constant struggle, battle. Yeah, it's a constant battle and struggle in me, because I know that my children are my priority. I love them, I love them. Of course, I want to protect them. I want to nurture. I want to be a good mother to them. But at the same time, also I am also going through this battle on myself. Yeah, and then the guilt is there, The guilt is there. But at that point of time, I know that I'm doing the best that I could, being a mother to them. And also, at the same time, I don't want to let my abuse of drugs affected them. Until that I abandon them, or maybe that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle actually.
I can see that.
It must have been quite difficult, to be honest, because you're trying to keep your life together, and then trying to be a role model for your kids, but you are also like fighting your own demons. It must have been struggling.
So did it ever come to a point where you were like, okay, I shouldn't be doing this anymore? What was your turning point?
To be honest, right, although I know that during the point of time, I know it's not right, but at that point of time, I still have this mindset still have not come to me, because I thought that I'm still depending on this substance to keep me going, for me to be like, because I've been using it since I was 14, and I have this impression of that only with this thing I can be who I am, accepted, to be fit in a,
To be confident.
Yeah, correct. To build the confidence and stuff. Yeah, so I'm like so depending on it. At that point of time, it still haven't struck me. And to be honest, during that point of time, I don't remember people talking about the danger of drugs yet. I don't know during my time, or maybe I'm just ignorant. I don't read, or maybe I don't watch TV. But during my time, right, I don't even know about Sana. I don't even know about all this. So I thought it was okay, for as long as I think I still can manage my life, still can manage my children, I think I'm still okay. Yeah, but I didn't know that it's actually endangering me.
Was there any point of time you felt like the drugs was controlling you instead?
Somehow, Because like I mentioned, I thought that I must have this for me to
Yeah.
to get moving, you know. Yeah.
It's quite relatable to me as well because when I was struggling as well, I think I struggle with like anxiety and depression, but I used it to like boost my confidence. But I also now, when I'm sober, I notice that, hey, I do need those things,
I'm quite an introvert. So with this thing it's actually like boosting us.
It's a struggle lah. It's a
Yes.
struggle. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you're talking about that struggle, that constant battle every day that you had on being, I'm a mother, why am I doing this? Like, then the next question I want to ask actually for Bella, how was actually, like listening to your mom explaining her struggles, like how was she as a mom growing up for you?
As a mom.
Yeah, as a mom. Sekarang, or is it like,
Yeah, as a mom. How I know her disciplining me, or how I grew up, is having her as a military mother. Where like you go to military, you have to wake up a certain time, dinner at a certain time, you have to sleep at a certain time. So she is like that. She's very meticulous. She's like, that's how she disciplined me. You have to be awake by, they say 8, 9 is the latest. You have to clean the house, and then you want to go to sleep. After that, you can go to sleep. There's like let's say if you want to watch TV, like there's screen time. And then like when you have to have dinner, you have to have dinner. And then I was not allowed to hang out with my friends. My life back then was just like school, home, school, home, school, home.
Oh.
So it's like if I want to have friends, right? Actually, I don't really have friends back then because I was not able to hang out. So they find me kind of macam kental lah dia ni, like nerd, or that kind of like I have strict parents lah. So I just remember that is how I grew up lah, having her as a military mother. But what I know is what I can remember is she have never, so far, I never felt abandoned in a way.
she was always there for you?
Yeah, she always, no matter what, she's always there. She, even though like I cannot get whatever I want, like let's say school pocket money. School pocket money is something that is a basic thing that she needs to provide, right, for the kids, right? But it's something that she cannot provide at that point. So school pocket money is one of the things that she actually cannot provide. Most of the times, like if you go to school 5 days a time, right? 5 days a week, maybe she will give me like 3 days a week of pocket money, but it's like $2 a day. And sometimes I don't even get pocket money. But she makes sure that there's food at home. Yeah. But even though she makes sure there's food at home, sometimes she cannot even afford to have food at home. But somehow she will try to find something lah. So that's why I say I only remember her as a military mother, but never felt abandoned lah. Neglected in a way because she's busy, like trying to find money, right? Because she's trying to feed us. Other than that, I don't remember like she's not being there or whatever. It's just that sometimes if I want to talk to her about something, then she'll be like, apa? Or what? I'll be like, never mind, it's okay. Because she's like rushing off to work or something like that. But that's about it. That's all I can remember about her.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like somehow you sort of got the protecting your children from the outside world fixed. But then the relationship part is just like something that's missing.
I grew up knowing nothing about the outside world. I was well protected lah. I was not given a chance to mix with the wrong bunch. I was not given a chance to actually stray. So I actually is like macam you can see katak bawah tempurung. I really don't know anything about the outside world. I'm really truly a nerd lah, if you want to say. So I was really, really, really protected lah. I was in a good, for me it's a safe place. But for other people, for other kids of my age, they find I'm being confined. Yeah, but for me, it's a safe space.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like you found the balance. You really wanted to protect your kids from what you went through.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Like,
Jangan mau.
Do you need me to call you darling more often?
Sayang pula.
for me, that is how I show my love. My love language by protecting them, because I hope someone protect me last time. You know? I hope I had that. But the only thing that I regret, maybe because I'm too strict, you know. But during that point of time, I thought that is the only love language I know. That is to protect my children so that they will not go down the same path as I am. Yeah.
I think maybe the next thing we want to ask is how, like growing up, you with a military mother, right? You say, like, how did you actually find out? What was the moment where you found out of her drug abuse, or that she was going through an addiction, or did you ever find out?
The only time I found out was when she was caught. There was a time that I found out that she was actually using meth.
How old were you?
About 21. Yeah, about
Oh,
21.
okay.
Yeah, that was the time lah, because she don't show me any signs of her abusing drugs. She looks so normal.
You call it functioning addict.
Yeah, she's like functioning very well, and she's like taking care of the house. I cannot understand how she actually can be abusing drugs, and at the same time cleaning the house, doing all the house chores. Like, the house is tip top, very clean. She got this
OCD,
hygiene problem that is
Same me too.
Yeah,
I like to clean the house.
she's like clean, you know.
Also.
And then at the same time, she's taking care of us, but she actually doing this kind of thing behind our back. You know, like, she's actually struggling. But we cannot see the sign. Even me myself, I cannot see the sign. So it's like seriously, you using drugs? I only got to know when she got caught lah. So I was shocked lah. I was
What
shocked.
were you feeling then? Yeah, like,
The first thing is like for me, it's like, oh my god, now I lost somebody that I'm very dependent on. I don't know how to go about my life. I'm always like very dependent on her. My dependence on her to the point where if I wanna buy something, right, I would even ask her, what color should I buy? That kind of like, give me an answer. I need what color should I buy, what fits me and stuff. That's how very dependent I am with her. So can you imagine like being like dependent on someone for like over 10 years, and then suddenly that person is like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to now be independent.
wow.
The shock is real. The shock is real. And suddenly every responsibility that she carry falls on me. Everything from taking care of my grandma, to taking care of my siblings, to taking care of my own family. I had a kid back then. My first child was like 2 or 3 years old, and then at the same time I was like pregnant. So there was too much going on. It was shocking.
You mentioned you were pregnant. Like, how was it like for you? Actually, you mentioned that it was very taxing. I can imagine, as a pregnant woman, you take care of your 5 siblings. I can, and like, as much as people say 21 is an adult, you're young, you don't know any better lah, honestly. We all know that that's too young of a person. Kan? So at the point of time, did you ever feel a sense of resentment, of like, why is she do this? Why she leave me out like this? Do you ever feel that sense of like dengki, like resentment towards your mom?
Even until now, I have never felt any form of resentment.
Oh.
Not even anger. Because somehow I know she's also struggling, but she's not the kind of person that shares, and I'm not the kind of person to ask. So the moment she got caught, I know that she feel too burdened. there must be a reason why she did this, because she's not someone that do something without a reason. She's a very reasonable person lah. So for her to act this way, I think is something that she really cannot carry on her own anymore. And she thought that she would never get caught, but she did. And whatever that she have kept with her, she eventually have to share it, right? So that is the point where I actually asked her like, what's going on? That is how I start to open up and be close to her, to be a friend to her, because she's always been there for me. I wanted to be there for her as much as she was there for me. And I want her to know that you can depend on me as much as I depend on you. So never have I ever felt angry with her or resent her for whatever that she did or cannot provide for me. I'm like grateful lah. I'm actually grateful that she tried her very best to protect me and my siblings. And that is why I feel that no matter what people say about her, they don't know her. Yeah.
It sounds like a great turning point for the both of you, for your family, in fact. Like, this was a good pivot into, like, you know, now your mom can lean on you and vice versa. But throughout this experience, when your mom was in DRC, was it DRC? What was the experience like for you outside? Because, you know, now it's you being isolated. What was happening around then?
She was in the RC. I can say that was like the beginning of hell on earth.
Oh no.
Yeah, hell on earth, because that is the part where everyone's mask fell off. Yeah.
In what way?
You know, like we always thought that our family is no matter what happens to us, our family will always be there. So that is the first thing that disappoints me, that angers me, is that when things happen, my family was the first one to back off.
Your family meaning your relatives? Or
Yeah, relatives. The relative is the first one to back off.
Mm.
And then friends starts to back off. And then you know, let's say you have like a two bus loads of relatives and friends, right? And then at the end of the day, there's no one around. Yeah, so that is the first thing that I went through lah. That everyone starts to back off. Like everyone starts saying things. Everyone starts to like judge your parents, judge your mom for what happened, saying things like probably you're gonna end up like her. You know?
No.
Yeah, and like at that point I'm already 21, right? I had a kid with of a 2-3 years old kid, and I'm also pregnant, and I haven't had a home yet. So somehow they felt that I'm going to be following her path soon. You know, and my siblings is there. There's like so many things happening.
Overwhelming.
It was very overwhelming for a pregnant woman, right? For a pregnant woman, I think it's very overwhelming, and to juggle, like taking care of my grandma's feelings, at the same time taking care of my siblings' feelings, and making sure that my daughter do not see like what's happening and stuff like that, and then to also hide your own feelings from all these people is really overwhelming.
So while you were in DRC, where were you staying then? Because you got kicked out, right? From your family members.
So at that point, I sent my siblings back to their dads.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, because separate.
Yeah,
separate.
so the only one that followed me was my sister and my brother, the third one and the fourth one.
And where were you staying?
They kind of like still stay with my grandparents' house, but they were not always home because they're always at school, right? So for me, it's like I asked them to go back home to change and sleep. For me, at that point, I was like at my in-laws' house, or most of the time when they are at my grandparents' house, I'll be under the void deck. So there was a day or a few days where I was like actually sitting on the void deck waiting for them to go to school, right? So I was like sleeping under the void
And you're
deck.
pregnant while
Yeah,
all this is.
so I was like sitting under the deck. I was like, yeah, because I had nowhere to go, right? And my kids were at my mother-in-law, I mean, parents-in-law house. So that is where I start to appeal every week. It was a every week thing. I got a place exactly 1 month after that, or no, 2 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks after that. So we moved to a rental flat. So they followed me to my rental place. So I had a place on my own after that. So the struggle was like about a month.
But still a struggle nonetheless lah.
Yeah.
How did you actually tell your younger siblings about your mom's incarceration?
I just say that our mom is inside, but I did not tell why. Yeah, but they'll be like, why? I'll be just like, because I'm the kind of a strict sister. So when I say something like don't ask, they won't ask. Yeah. So but we did visit and stuff like that lah. So after she's out, like as they grow up, then they understand that why she was incarcerated before. They find out on their own.
I see.
Yeah.
So is it, darling? So how was it like for you seeing, you inside the first visit from your kids?
Of course, I'm looking forward to it because I know that during the point of time when I was caught, right, we were having some, we were going through some issues, going through some problems when I left them. So as they mentioned, during the point of time, we have no place, no house. So actually, I was renting my parents' house for the 5-6 of us. For the 6 of us. So I so-called pay rent to my late stepfather lah. But during the point of time also, actually my stepfather don't really he's not really happy lah to have us there. But it's because that I say I would pay the rent. Then he said okay, so he let us in somehow. But it's actually also not a real room. It's where the study area is. Where the 5-room flat, they have the study area, so they just put a cupboard and then they put a curtain down there. So that is what I rented lah. So-called the room I rented for all of us. Yeah, so every month I paid him $500 and I give $200 to my mother for groceries lah. So when I was caught, actually that point of time I didn't know until very, very late. I think when she actually wanted to get me out on tagging on program. So at that point of time we need a place, right? We need a house and also we need a telephone.
I would
right?
assume it would be at your parents'.
No, because at first he didn't tell me because they actually get chased out.
During your time at DRC.
Exactly 3 days
3 days.
after she was incarcerated, we were chased out.
By your stepfather.
Maybe because first thing is I know he doesn't really like. I know he doesn't like me. I can accept that. But I know it's also because they are my children, and I know also that maybe because there's no more rent, no money. So when she know that I can get out, I can go out for a program on tagging. We need a house, right? So before she told me everything, she actually go begging around, begging my siblings, begging my relatives to just take me in. So she was telling them it's only for 6 months. It's only for 6 months. Like, please. All of them push